Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Mark's Virtual Real Estate Channel. We are in Upland again, and today I'm going to talk more about treasure hunting. So I talked about it last week, how I didn't really like it, and I had a lot of really great comments and insights from people following the channel. So I really appreciate that, and gonna just go a little bit more into treasure hunting. And I learned a few things I didn't know before as well too. So we'll talk about that and if it's worth it or not. And then I'll go on a treasure hunt here and see if I can find anything. I give myself a 50-50 chance. We'll see, and go from there. But I also have my Mark Ferguson Invest for More real estate channel, which is my real estate channel. Have lots of flips and rentals and crazy stories on there that we always seem to be having. And we love the comments, likes, and shares. Keep those coming as well. And first off, I was just kind of scrolling around here. Trying to find some sends because that's the first thing. If you're doing treasure hunting, it's always good to have as many sends as you can and lots of properties in a town. And so I am actually in Los Angeles right now. Oh, look, there's one. And so it cost me 45 to go here, which is like 4 cents. I have 6 cents left. So that's first step is to figure out how many cents you have. If you say you want to go to a property that's not your own, it'll tell you how many cents you have. So I'm just going to go over here and pick up that little paper airplane thing. Maybe. There we go. Hopefully there's like 4. Look at that. 4 cents. Cool. Okay. So the first thing to know with doing treasure hunts, we're in LA, and I was in Detroit for a long time and actually went to LA just because I have lots and lots of properties there and it's easier to treasure hunt here. But each city's a little different because the sends are more expensive in LA than Detroit, so the treasure rewards are more expensive in LA than Detroit as well. So I didn't have all these properties for a treasure hunt map, but it's pretty good up here. Down here, not so much. I still have a lot of properties, but not quite as many. So I just hope my treasure shows up right up here. And I did one last night, ironically, and it went to the Lazy J Ranch, like right here. So shout out to them again, one of the nodes. And I am building a property here, and I had some really cool help from some people. Let's see how we're doing here. I haven't looked at it for a while. Oh, 6 days left. Cool. And I still have people helping me. That person also commented on the channel, so thank you for that. I believe it was them or them. And so as soon as this gets built, yes, I'm going to come help you and dedicate some spark to your build too. So thank you for that. But after that's built, I'll dedicate some spark to them and figure out where I want to build next. But anyway, back to treasure hunting. Okay, so why did I not like treasure hunting before? Well, first off, you click those little dots down there and you can go to the treasures tab. And right now there's a treasure hunt going on. So before we do that, let's go see if we can find that treasure hunt. What you do is you click on a property. There's a little treasure box. Oh, all treasures are recharging. And if there's an active hunt going on, it'll give you arrows that show you where that hunt is. And so I'm going to show you here. Just search real quick. And Upland has some information on it. Not a ton, but some on how to hunt for treasure. So if we scroll... Oh, what is going on now? If we scroll down, then the page will stop working. All right. So they have different types of treasure hunts here. You can talk about. They talk about how to treasure hunt, and then they had more information on one somewhere. Is it already gone? What is going on? Anyway, there are arrows that tell you how close or far the treasure is, and that's what you rely on. So I have gotten treasures before doing my own spawned treasure hunt, and I've randomly got other treasures before, pinata too, and I wasn't even trying, so I think it was just blind luck. But here you can see I can spawn this treasure hunt anytime I want. And I did one last night, so I have to pay. You can do one free one a day, or you can pay for another one. I'll pay for another one. Or you can try and do riot mode. Oh, there's one starting in 16 seconds. Maybe we'll try that and see what happens, because that's kind of lucky. Not that I'm going to get it, but we'll try it here, and we'll 3, 2, 1, go. So you click on here, click on the treasure. Oh, it's unminted. Another tip, has to be a minted property for it to show up. Okay, purple, that direction. So basically, the purple, the blue arrows give you an idea of how far away the treasure is. So since it's not flashing, not blinking fast, it's pretty far away. So we're just going to send to one of my properties here and see how close we get. And if I send to one of my properties, it's free. It doesn't cost me any sends, right? No issues at all. If I send to another person's property, then it costs you money. Still a long ways to go. And it uses up your sends. So we'll go all the way down here and just see if we can kind of triangulate where the treasure is, because there we go. If you go far enough, that way, and it gives you the arrow going back that way, then you can kind of have a guess of how far it is. And there's a little, let's see here. Oh, they see it's already been found. That's how fast those go. That's why I've never gotten one. So what we'll do real quick then, since that just happened, is we'll spawn a new one and we'll do our own treasure hunt. So you can see it's already, that's crazy. All right, so we'll spawn, and it says you get 290 to 8250. Every time I've gotten a treasure, I feel like it's been this very lowest one, not the 8250. Even for 8250, it's not, I don't know if it's really worth my time, maybe. You get 5 minutes to do a treasure hunt. And then the reason why it might be advantageous to do a treasure hunt is people say you get spark once in a while. So I don't know how many treasure hunts you have to do. I've heard 1 out of 20 might get you some spark, like 0.02 spark. I have not ever gotten spark. Maybe that goes up during Spark Week. There's a lot of information I don't know, but I'm trying to tell you what I do know. So if you spawn it, there is sometimes spark with these ones you spawn, and I did not know that before. I thought it was just that, and so we're going to try to do this and see what happens. And there's a lot less pressure when you're only competing against yourself. So we'll do the same thing. We'll click on this. Oh, not my Explorer. And there's a little timer. Oh, scrolling farther. Treasure, blue, up north, quite a ways. So you can see here on the right, the timer says we're at 4 minutes. And that timer goes faster than you think. You don't realize how fast 5 minutes goes. So we'll go up to one of my other properties and see how close we are then. Like I said, I'll have to try and find here that key that shows us, the different arrows. If it starts circling and flashing, that means you're much closer, and hopefully we'll get there. Oh, blue that way, so quite a ways that way. And like I say, with the triangulation, if you can find 2 properties that are, we'll go to this one, somewhat close to the treasure, and one says it's going straight up, and one says it's going that way, or like that way, then you can kind of triangulate where the treasure is. But I've noticed it's not always exact, right? If they point straight up and they point that way, you go straight up, sometimes it starts pointing that direction. So it's not always the easiest thing in the world to triangulate. But, oh, now we're going back that way. Okay, so about the same distance as what we just traveled in between there. So we're going to go right here and then see if we can figure out if we get much closer. And what you're really looking for is once you've got the blue arrow flashing red a bunch of times, it means you're within basically a few properties of the treasure, and you have to get within pretty close to the treasure to see it. Oh, we're still, so see, I think it's getting a little closer because the circle's starting going faster, but it'll be like a red flashing circle. So we're going to go right here and see what happens. And this is when I have to start using my sends, and you can run out of sends, and it costs me 75 UPX to send myself here. So that's when you hope you don't spend more UPX than your prize. So like I said, really, you're looking for spark. That's what makes it worth it. So we're going back up that direction, basically right in between the same area. So we're going to go right in here. And what I mean is that seemed to have the same arrow as the last one, so I probably am halfway between the 2 distances I just was. Maybe logically, that's what I'm thinking. So we'll see if that makes sense, and maybe we'll get a red flashing one. Oh, see, we're getting really close now. I don't know if that's quite... I think that's the closest one. So that usually means you're like 5 normal properties away, something like that. I know it's very scientific. Say I got it. I found it, right? No, dang it. So it'll just pop up when you find it. Oh, there we go. Now I'm really, really close. You can see how red that was. So it's probably like right here. Better be. But you can see it took me... Did I find it? No? Oh, I must have gone a little bit too far. Let's see. Yep, I went just a little bit too far. So we'll go right here. So again, I'm using all these sends and spending, you know, there we go. I found my treasure. Yay. Took me 3 minutes and 30 seconds or so. And so you can definitely get them done, but it uses some sends, uses some upics, and then we'll see what my prize is if it's 290, like it normally is. Nice work. How about some... Oh, 413, a little bit more. So again, it's not worth it for me to make a couple hundred upics to spend that much time doing it. But if you got Spark, that would be worth it. So I'd love to hear in the comments from people who are doing active treasure hunting how often they're finding Spark. Like if it takes 50 treasure hunts, right? It's a whole lot of time to find a little bit of Spark. If it's taking 20, maybe it becomes worth it. And then if it increases during Spark Week or not, I'd love to hear that too. And if there is even worth doing outside of Spark Week, or if you get them outside of Spark Week, that'd be awesome to hear as well. So there is my little video on treasure hunting. Let me look one more time and see if I can find those arrows, because there was... Here we go. Oh, look at this. Here's an article. Probably spam phishing site. Who knows? No. Let's see if they show us just a... There's the arrows. Look at that. No, I don't want your bonuses. So this shows you, right, blue with just the wide circle. You start... No, this is not a good site to be on. Oh, wait, no, here we go. That's the longest one. More than 10 kilometers. What a kilometer is, I'm not sure. But I know what a kilometer is, but in relation to Upland, I don't know if that's exact. Then you get a circle, you get closer. That's closer, really getting closer, and then under 50 meters. So you can see when we're red, it was like 2 properties away, 3 properties away, and this kind of gives you a hint on how close they are. So you should be able to find those clues all over, and I don't know if I want to give away this website because I don't want people to get a virus on their computer. So there you go. That is my amazing guide on treasure hunting. Like I said, I'd love to hear more from other people on what they're doing. It helps to have a whole lot of properties in a town. I have a lot here, but I didn't buy them on purpose as treasure hunting. I have some gaps up here and tons of gaps down here. So if I really want a good treasure hunting map, I'd really need to fill in a lot of this stuff, some stuff over here. And then that gets really expensive too, because LA is a super expensive city to buy in for the most part. So some of these areas are very expensive. But if you get lots of Spark, maybe it's worth it. If not, I just don't think it's worth it there. All right, thanks for watching. Love to hear what your thoughts are, how you're using treasure hunts, if they're worth it to you. And we'll be back with many more videos coming up here. Probably getting to be about that time where Upland releases a new city. And the rumor is it will be, oh, what is it? Queen, or not, yeah, is it Queens? Yes, that's the rumor, and possibly part of Long Island. So, we'll see. I have a property in Staten Island now. Someone traded me for that, so that's my first one there. So, that was cool. But, thanks for watching. I'll stop talking. We'll be back soon.